morning to Sri Lanka. Good afternoon to Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the webinar Exporting Health Foods to Japan, Rules and Regulations, jointly organized by the Sri Lanka Export Development Board and the Sri Lanka Embassy in Tokyo, Japan. Let me introduce myself first. I am Apsara Arampath, Assistant Director, Market Development from the Sri Lanka Export Development Board. I will be the moderator for this webinar today. The webinar will roll out under 4 main parts at inaugural session, information sharing session, Q&A session, and concluding session. We have allocated 5 minutes for the inaugural session, 40 minutes for information sharing, 25 minutes for the Q&A, and another 5 minutes for concluding remarks. During the Q&A session, the questions that you have sent us through your registration will be directed to the resource person. You can also submit any questions, comments during the presentation through the Q&A option in your screen. With this overall understanding, I cordially invite Mr. Suresh D. Dimel, Chairman and Chief Executive of Sri Lanka Export Development Board, to deliver the opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, Ms. Sesat Tambugala, Jaic Paris, Sri Lanka Embassy in Tokyo, Mr. Kapila J. Kumara, First Secretary Commercial, Sri Lanka Embassy in Japan, and the resource person of this webinar, business leaders, potential exporters from Sri Lanka, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you all. It gives me great pleasure to join you at this webinar representing the Sri Lanka Export Development Board. I would like to start by thanking the Sri Lanka Embassy in Japan for jointly organizing this event with the EDB. My special thanks goes to Ms. Sesat Tambugala, Jaic Paris, for initiating this timely webinar. Growth in the global health food market is being fueled by rising focus on healthy lifestyles. A global surge in health concerns during the COVID-19 outbreak resulted in consumers increasingly demanding clean foods manufactured with natural ingredients. Hence, the demand for food products labeled as natural, organic, vegan, gluten-free, low sugar, antioxidant, immunity and energy boosting foods, and superfoods are continuously growing. The global health and wellness food market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of over 5% to reach $1 trillion by 2027. Japanese consumers have also become more health conscious, demanding clean and healthy food products that support healthy lifestyles. While Japan's cost of living is generally high, income and consumption data indicate that older Japanese are willing to pay more for higher quality, nutritious foods. Japan's declining agricultural production and social and demographic factors indicate that it will continue to rely on imports to satisfy food demand. Even though the global COVID pandemic has disrupted consumer spending overall, research shows that the Japanese consumers' food expenditures have remained steady. Therefore, Sri Lankan health foods would have good potential in the Japanese market, and the Sri Lankan exporters have ample opportunities to fulfill Japan's growing demand for healthy food products. Based on the above factors, this webinar was organized to create awareness among the exporters in Sri Lanka and to make a platform for you to explore new opportunities in the health food sector in Japan. Sri Lanka has many healthy foods that can be exported to Japan. For example, spices, like true Ceylon cinnamon, for which Sri Lanka now has protected geographical indication, pepper, cloves, nutmeg, ginger, turmeric, moringa leaves with high iron content similar to meat, flowers such as hibiscus, blue butterfly pea, or Nil Katarolu, with high antioxidant properties, different varieties of dried seeds, fruits, and vegetables, which can be promoted in the Japanese market as health products for improved immunity, physical and mental well-being, increased lifespan, and many other health benefits. As Japan is one of the world's most important food markets with high standards and an excellent reputation for food safety, it is necessary to be aware of rules and regulations to comply with while exporting health foods to Japan. There are many laws, rules, and regulations such as food sanitation, food labeling, etc. to meet before exporting. Today, our resource person, Mr. Kapila Kumara, the First Secretary Commercial, will explain in detail on the rules and regulations for health food exports to Japan. And I strongly believe that our exporters can benefit from the knowledge gathered at this webinar. I hope our exporters will endeavor to enter the Japanese health food market and add to the vital foreign exchange earnings for Sri Lanka. I wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for the welcome note and the background information. So it is clear that we have the potential for healthy foods in Japanese market, and we also have the capacity to cater that demand. Ladies and gentlemen, now we move to the technical information sharing session, the most important part of the webinar today. Let me introduce our resource person, Mr. Kapila J. Kumara, First Secretary Commercial of Sri Lanka Embassy in Japan. Mr. Kapila has completed his BA Special Degree in Economics at the University of Peradeniya and his Masters of Business Economics degree at the University of Sri Jayawardenepura. Mr. Kapila has been working as an Assistant Director of Commerce in the Bilateral and Trade Promotion Division as well as the Multilateral Division at the Department of Commerce since 2013. He served as a Second Secretary Commercial at the Sri Lanka High Commission in Pretoria, South Africa. He worked as a tax officer at the Provincial Revenue Department of Central Province and as an executive at Ceylon Shipping Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Kapila J. Kumara, First Secretary Commercial of Sri Lanka Embassy in Japan. The floor is yours, Mr. Kapila.
Thank you, Apsara, for your kind introduction. At the outset, I must express my sincere gratitude to Export Development Board, its chairman, Mr. Suresh Dimel, and the team, in particularly Ms. Apsara and Ms. Anoma in the Market Promotion Development Division for taking care of this webinar and all the logistical arrangement. While I'm sharing my presentation, so as Mr. Chairman mentioned clearly, at the moment, the demand for the health food worldwide is going up, and in terms of Japanese market, it is increasing at a higher rate. So therefore, we thought of this will be a timely, important topic we can discuss or we can initiate today to make awareness on the market. So I must tell you that I am not an expert on this field. However, I have obtained certain information from the expert here. And also I have learned during this stay here in Japan. So I hope this will be providing certain important details to you. I hope you will enjoy this session, and also you will take home something out of this. In my presentation, I hope to touch on these areas. And
Mr. Kapila, sorry to interrupt. I think your sound is little bit low. Could you please speak bit loud? I think it's a good way.
Is it okay now, Apsara?
I think it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for that. I think this is my outline of my presentation today. So as I mentioned, this presentation is a little bit involving in information and also technical details. I hope you will not be bored today, because we have conducted several webinars on the other areas. So we will focus today on the import procedure of this health food. Japan is a country of 120 million population, and a country of with a GDP 5 trillion US dollar GDP. It is when compared to Sri Lanka's GDP, it is about 60 times. And per capita income is over 40,000. So if we consider the China, it is 8 times than Chinese per capita income. When we focus on food market size in Japan, according to the 2020 statistics, the food market is a market of about 63 billion US dollar, nearly our GDP. So of the food market here in Japan, so when we look at the other countries, Japan is one of the lowest country that has the food self-sufficiency rate. So in terms of calorie base, this is according to 2020 figures. Japan imports about 62% of food from abroad. So therefore, our exporters has a big opportunity in Japanese market in terms of supplied food products. So when we talk about health food market, Japan is also third largest in the world. So it is estimated 15 billion US dollar health food market is there in Japan. So today, as I mentioned, we are today talking about this health food procedure. When we try to find what are health foods in Japan, actually there is no legal definitions for health food. So generally, the health food is considered as that product sold and used as to maintain and promote health. So when it's come to the health food also coming under general food. So therefore, the health food also subjected to the other laws that are applied to food. So therefore, there are several laws that are applied to food sanitation law, food labeling act, and other laws like plant protection law are applied to health food. So here, when it comes to health food, also there are two categories. One is food with health claims, and the other one is other health foods. So when you are labeling your product, then if you are labeling your product as health claims, you need to get the required permission prescribed by national laws. But if it is categorized as other health food, we don't need to separately get the other permission from for labeling for these products. So therefore, it is also if we consider these other foods, we can categorize. We can send to Japan, export to Japan as normal foods. So therefore, I highly encourage our exporters to consider this part, the other health food category, like supplements, nutrient supplement, health supplements. So here when we consider supplements, actually, this here in Japan also there is no definitions for the supplements. Usually it is considered as any dietary supplements or health supplements or nutrient supplements. When it comes to EU or USA, supplements are placed as goods ingested mainly for the purpose of supplementing nutrition lacking in daily diet, such as vitamins, minerals, and other. So, but here in Japan, it is a little bit different. In Japan, it was not allowed until 2001. The tablets and capsules, supplements, they were not allowed in Japan. However, with the deregulations, they are now allowing these capsules and form of tablets to use as usual the food supplements. So here, when you are planning your product and also when you are trying to develop your product, it is very important you to consider your product not to fall into the pharmaceutical category. So therefore, if you are developing your product, you need to be very careful about the ingredients and study this this part. And also here we have this health with functional claim. So this product, this health, when you are having the labeling foods with functional claim, you need to if it is specified for foods for specified health use, you need to have scientific evidence. So and also food with functional claims also, there are certain the testing methods you need to follow prescribed by the relevant laws. So in Japan, so far they have allowed around 1,000 individual products as food for specified health users, and also 1,500 items as food with functional claim. So I have an example for food with functional claim. This is this product is the ingredients is from Sri Lanka, from king coconut oil. So this is also a supplement which is labeled as food with functional claim. So for this, you need to have this scientific evidence to label as food with functional claim. And the other one is also it's a supplement, but it is coming under here under the other health foods. So this one doesn't need any scientific, clinical or scientific evidence for you to market this product in Japan. So when it's come to the supplements, the Japanese 35% of Japanese consumers are currently use supplements, and also this is higher among women. When it's come to the elderly population, 45% is used supplements above 50 people, 50 years old women. And also when it's come to why these people demand for the food. So people, 24% of the Japanese consumers demand food because of the health concerns. So therefore, it is now going up. The demand for the health products is going up, increasing. So therefore, there is a demand for the health foods. Then when we consider why health foods in Japan are demanded like that is, Japan is a country with population is shrinking, and also because of the low birth rate, and also the aging population is going up. Therefore, Japan has more demand for health food. And also Japanese has, the one of the highest in terms of life expectation, average is 85%, around 85%, 3 years. So therefore they demand for more and more health foods. And also Japan is the consumers tends to demand for high quality and high value ingredients. According to Ministry of Agriculture, Forest, so over 70% of Japanese consumers prefer to live a healthy lifestyle, and also they more focused. They are focused on natural supplements, vitamins, minerals are increasing, and also they are always looking for the products relatively chemical-free, low-calorie, and low-fat, and also sugar-free. And when it's come to the trends in food demand, and also why in Japanese market now there is a huge demand for health food because of the vitamins and minerals are increasingly popular. So other thing is convenience. They consider because of their lifestyle and also the time available. So the convenience is very important. Therefore, there is a increasing demand for high quality and high value product in smaller packages. So and also the ready to eat ready to eat products. So these I am giving these things for the exporters to get some idea about what type of product concept you can develop and you can supply to Japanese market. And also among the the millennials and the young generation, there is a trend that they are increasingly demand for food and beverages from the overseas. So therefore we have opportunity here. So when as I mentioned earlier, the Japanese are willing to consume the convenience food. This is an example. This is actually made of papaya. This is, you can have this on the go. So this product is a health product, and this one is you can use as you can use with water, and also you can eat as it is. So this sort of concept now in Japan is popularizing. Many people are demanding. So in Sri Lanka we cannot export fresh fruits to Japan, but we cannot export fresh papaya. So our exporters can think of value additions of these fruits and think of a product like this, because now these sort of products are in high demand. So therefore I have taken some pictures of this product that is in high demand here in Japan. So this is a turmeric drink. So in a bottle, and this one is the second one is the one I was talking about, and this is green vegetable powder. So you can easily dissolve in the water and drink it. So here also we have another two. So when you develop your product, if you have a story about the health, so you don't need to get any the scientific evidence or anything. In Japan, you can under other health food, you can sell this product here. You can mention this may help to improve certain the health condition. So after that you can market here in Japan. This is also the other example I wanted to tell you, because of in Japan the family number of members in the family is going down, and also there are increasing rate of single people, and so therefore the space in their houses and households, and also spaces is in supermarket is very critical. So therefore, when you develop your product, you need to consider this one also. And also, this is a good example. So that's why I took this. So here you have, this product is the cocoa, that cocoa tea. So it is, it has several other ingredients mixed with this. You can eat this and also you can drink it. When you drink it, you can drink with the remaining part. So and also this pack has only 6 packs. So usually Japanese, now the trend is they don't buy a big package and don't keep for a long time. So they will just buy this and keep it. And also because of this space, they can keep it in the available space. So therefore, I'm giving this to also get an idea about the product, how the package should be in time to come. And the market opportunities, when we talk about the market opportunities in terms of health food, in Japan, it is very important thing is we here in Japan, if there's an issue, it is a market opportunity. So therefore, in Japan, we know that the people are now having some issues of the sleeplessness. They don't have good sleep. And also there are skin related issues. And also there is, I got this praise from my colleague, metabolic syndrome. So if we can address this problem, if you can make your story from your product, this will be good for this issue, then definitely the Japanese people tend to try it. For instance, this the metabolic syndrome, it is it is a phrase from Japan, is creating growing market. People are having high cholesterol and high blood pressure, obesity and diabetes, then they will consider the product if the product is suited to this sort of problems. And this gives foreign businesses with health products to an opportunity to break into the market. And also other thing is, other products you can think of is these gummy products. When you plan your product, it's very good for your product development. This gummy product, as a supplements that you can make, this product gummies, they make taste and more like candy. So it is also more fun than taking a pill. Even small kids are buying at a from the supermarket, and they many supermarket they display them in a where even for the small kids can see this product, and there's a huge demand and also huge sales in gummy products. And also the other one is allergy-free products here in Japan. So in today's Japan society, people are more careful about this allergy products. So milk, eggs, wheat, peanuts, soya beans are the main food allergies in Japan. So therefore people are looking for health food products without these ingredients. So those even people without these allergies are interested in this product. And the other one is organic products. So in Japan, organic market is, compared to the Japanese food market, organic market is not a big market. It is around 2%, but it is a huge market for us. Therefore, there's a big opportunity in the organic market for Sri Lankan exporters. Therefore, we can also increase our organic product presence of our organic presence in Japanese market. So I earlier mentioned what is supplement. So therefore, these are the opportunities we have in the health food market. And also skin, the Japanese people are having skin related issues. So if you have a product that is suited to skin, so you can actually market here in Japan. So the product that I So earlier this one is also marketed here as a product that is good for skin. So this is also going very well now. This product is very popular here in Japan. The king coconut is coming from Sri Lanka. Yes, then we will go to the import procedure of health food. So you know, when you try to export your product to Japan, you need to understand especially you need to understand the procedure and what is the before importing, and also during the importing, and also at the custom, and also after the during the sales. So therefore, having a good knowledge of this flow of the import procedure is very important. So for today, I have just mentioned this thing. If you need any further details, we can share later. So the thing is here, you need to be very careful when you export to Japanese market this health food. It should not be fall under Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Act. If it is coming under the Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Act, you know, it is stringent regulations is applied. So therefore, you need to first check or you can do the self-checking, and also you need to check with the relevant, you know, the competent authority here in Japan. So if you already found the importer, then through the importer you can check, or else if you need to get our support, embassy support, whether this product is coming under pharmaceutical and medical devices, we also can check. And also you need to prepare for the document, because I told you your products, the health foods also coming under the Food Sanitation Act. You need to prepare the relevant document necessary for the Food Sanitation Act, and also the other related laws. So this slide gives how you determine your product not falling into pharmaceutical. So there are especially there are 4 steps. I'm not going to go through each steps. The next step is at the importing. At the import. So at the import, you know, as health food is also coming under health, the Food Sanitation Act. So you need to go through this Sanitation Act. If it is plant or plant related product, you need to go through the Plant Protection Act. And also if it is livestock products, if it is meat or animal related product, then you need to go through the Domestic Animal and Infectious Disease Act, and also other foods other than plants or livestock products will go to Food Sanitation Act. And after that, you know, then the quarantine office will issue you a notification that you can go through the import procedure if the product is in line with all the regulations stipulated in Food Sanitation Act. So at the then you can go to the custom and produce the notification given by the quarantine office, and then you can clear your product after paying relevant duties. And after clearing from your product from the custom, then you need to go to the sales division, sales stage. There you are applied regulations for food labeling. So then you need to adhere to the regulations of food labeling, and also the other related regulations. So when is here also I have given the procedure from food import procedure from you know, from the beginning to end. So I hope to share this presentation after this event, then you can see the procedure. So the other side I have what are the documents you need to prepare when it's come to health food. You need to have lab reports and the product sample, packing material and invoice, packing list. Those are, I think, you are well aware about these things. These are normal other document required. And if it is coming under, GSP scheme, so you need to get the certificate A. And if you are going to market this as a organic product, then you need to have the JS certificate. Therefore, I think before all these things, you need to prior consult the quarantine office and what are the documents you need to export to Japan. And usually these are the basic label standards, what you need when you are labeling your product according to the Labeling Act. So when it comes to health and nutrition, it is different and little bit stringent. So when you are product considered as the food with health claim, you have to go through the relevant laws. But if it is a supplement, it is come under food in general. So therefore, I think you don't need to have much harass here. So that is why we should encourage more foods, health foods, in terms of other health food, which is usually considered as supplements and other natural foods. So when it comes to standards, Japan has established national standards. When it comes to agriculture, JS, you need to get the agriculture standard, but these are voluntary. So especially when it comes to the organic product, you need to get this organic certificate from JAS. Even though it is voluntary, most of the importers require this. Most of the importers, they need, if it is voluntary, you need to get the JAS certificate. So therefore, you need to get this certificate in advance. And these are the recycle marks for paper, plastic, and other the materials. So I have given the tariff guide also in this slide, because I wish to share this presentation, so I think it will be helpful for you. And also the e-commerce market. So these are the main e-commerce site available in Japan. The other thing is, if you have a good product, you can export your product through this some of this e-commerce site. For instance, Amazon, you can register in the Amazon website, and you can send, you can list your product in the Amazon site, and you can get the inquiries and send the product, export product from Sri Lanka itself. There are a few companies, few exporters are doing now at the moment, also doing this one from Sri Lanka using this e-commerce. And then the other slide is how can we assist you. So we actually assist you in terms of finding buyers, B2B facilitation. So when this comes to Japan, it is not like other countries. We don't have the list of the buyers here. It's very difficult to find the list of buyers, and because of the strict privacy laws, the Chamber of Commerce or any other trade-related agencies, they don't give us the member list. So we need to find ourselves, and currently we have a paid database from Department of Commerce. We use it. So at the when it comes to food product, we are having, there are many inquiries at the moment, but we keep them, and we attend the first come first serve basis, and it will take times, but we each and every inquiries are duly attended. So therefore, if you have any product, what you need to do is, first you need to send us the product profile in PDF form, and after that we will send this product profile to potential buyers. We find, and if the buyer is interested, then we will go to the next sample stage, then what we do is you need to send the sample to us. We don't ask you to send the sample directly to buyer. Then the samples, we will check the the package, and we will receive the samples to the buyer. If he is interested, then we will go arrange the B2B meeting. So I would like, if anyone here would like to see our assistance, we will please share your product profile, and we will take from there. And also we facilitate trade fair participation. Because of the COVID situation, we couldn't participate at the trade fairs last 2 years in person. So next year we hope many Sri Lankan exporters will be coming to trade fairs, especially the FoodX and other trade fairs. So if you need our facilitation, and and also Export Development Board, together with the Export Development Board, we will help you. We will support you. I think that's it. I hope you got something out of my presentation. This is my contact details. You can use these contact details to contact me for any other further assistance. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Kapila, for a very informative and insightful presentation on health food market in Japan and rules and regulations to be complied while exporting. We can see that there are a lot of questions coming from a Q&A section. So we have moved to the Q&A session now. In this session, the questions will be referred to the resource person for giving answers. So with starting, there's a question: how can we find buyers in Japan for health foods?
Yeah, thank you, Apsara. I think it is also a general question I can answer for all the participants. So as I mentioned earlier, we also facilitate finding buyers. As I mentioned, because of the strict privacy laws, we don't have public the buyers list or any list of member of any organizations are not shared with us. However, we have a database, a paid database. We extract the contact details of buyers from it, and contact first them and get the relevant divisions contact details, and after that we will follow the procedure I mentioned earlier, and we will send your product profiles and then the sample stage, and after that the B2B. In addition to that, if you the best way is, Japanese, they tend to meet you in person and talk to you and listen to your story, product story. I think that would be the best way. So if you can participate at trade fairs here in Japan, I think that would be the best the way of finding buyers. Because if you consider FoodX, I think almost all the buyers here in Japan, all the supermarket, all the trading houses, all the different scales of companies, medium scale, large scale, they are visiting FoodX. So then there you can meet these buyers and get the contact of them and find buyers. I think that is my answer.
Yeah. Next question: can we list our brand in Japan without an agent? And how to find high demand food products in Japan?
Yeah. Your brand can be registered here without having a company here. So it is allowed. You can do it. That is the other question is how to find
high demand food products in Japan.
High demand food product. Yes, if you, we can actually from the Export Development Board database, and also we also can share the products that are highly demand here. So as a whole, if we have product, then you need to demand whatever the demand here. If there is no demand, I think there will be a market opportunity here. So we need to create it, and if you can develop your product that suit to this market, and if you have a story, make the story of your product, and definitely you can get rid of this market.
Thank you. Next question is, what are the market opportunities for Sri Lankan healthy organic food products in Japan? And how do we occupy those market opportunities? I think similar question we have raised earlier. So any comments on that?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, for the health, the organic products also now there is the demand is increasing. So yeah, there are opportunities here, and the same way, you know, when we need to find buyers, we can help you, and also you can participate at trade fairs, and also maybe we can have if you can't participate at trade fairs, we can arrange, you know, we can participate on behalf of you and link you through the online B2B.
Next will be, is the JAIC organic certification required to export into Japan, and any other certificates required?
Yeah, when you are exporting to Japan, JAIC is not required. It is a voluntary standards. However, when you are marketing it, and also when you especially it is depend on the importer. So usually if it is organic, almost all the buyers are asking for the JS certificate. I think if you are having organic product, you need to get this certificate. But in the exporting, the procedure, you know, they don't, the JS certificate not needed.
Yes. One product specific question, what are the certification needed to export natural herbal food supplement to Japan?
Yeah, you know, it is also, you need to be cautious about the ingredients. According to your ingredients, you need to check with the authorities here in Japan whether your product is coming under the pharmaceutical and medicinal act. So if not, as I mentioned earlier, if it is come under, you know, the other health category, what you need is normal certificates like phytosanitary and other certificate that you use to export your product, the lab reports and other you know certificates you need. Otherwise you can follow the same you know, you can go with the same certificates that you use to say normal foods.
Yeah, thank you. One company needs to know about marketplace for spices and coconut products in Japan, and what are the standards applicable for exporting?
Yeah, you know, now spices and coconut product market also evolving and increasing, and also Sri Lankan spices and coconut products are now the statistics, when we see the statistic going up. So standards in terms of standards, you know, if you have voluntary standards, I think it will be added advantage. It's a bonus for you. Otherwise, there is no specific standards required, but your importer and the buyer may be asking for, as I mentioned earlier, if it is organic, you need to get the organic JS certificate from Japan.
Thank you. So one more question related to regulations of exporting organic fresh fruits to Japan. I think Sri Lanka Embassy and the EDB jointly working on that to get quarantine clearance for that fresh fruits. I think you can give further information for that.
Yeah, you know, currently the fresh fruit from Japan, except the durian and the pineapple, other fruits we cannot export to Japan because of it is in the banned list. So EDB and Embassy are now in touch with Sri Lanka Plant Quarantine Office to expedite this getting clearance for this fresh fruits. So until we get that done, we cannot export fresh fruits to Japan other than this pineapple and durian.
Thank you. What are the preferential agreement we sign with Japan and what benefit we can get from these agreements? So I think you can elaborate about GSP Japan we have.
Yeah, actually, we do not have, the bilateral agreement with Japan. However, Japan has this GSP scheme. Under GSP scheme, you can get, not the zero duty, get certain preferential duty rates for the products. So if you share with us your product, the HS code, we can check whether you are eligible for receiving GSP benefits. So if, and also you can contact Department of Commerce. The Department of Commerce is the authorized department that is responsible for issuing GSP certificate. If you contact Department of Commerce, they will check and let you know whether your product is eligible, and then you need to register at the department and get the GSP certificate, Form A, to get this benefit from Japan.
Yeah, one specific question: do Japanese people like to consume Ayurvedic product, and is there a way to identify a food category that is difficult to find in Japanese market, but Japanese people willing to consume? So
yes.
Actually,
Now in Japan there are many Sri Lankan Ayurveda schools and also Ayurveda centers. Now the Sri Lankan Ayurveda is popularizing in Japan. So therefore, there is a demand for Ayurvedic product in Japan. So they really like Sri Lankan Ayurveda product. And yes, there is a market here in Japan. And the other one is there a way to identify food category that difficult to find Japanese market that Japanese people willing to consume? That is a good question. And yes, I in my presentation I show you this king coconut oil, but king coconut is it is indigenous to Sri Lanka. So because they don't have here, there's no demand for king coconut, but we have the product, we have developed a product. So we made the story and we explain what benefit if you buy the king coconut and what is the use of it. So then the people are buying. Now it is popularizing. Therefore, I think if you have a product, even though there is no demand, we can try. And if you come with a good story, we can market here in Japan. So, and also at the moment, I don't have the details, what type of product will be high demand and not available here in Japan. So it is also a good question for me to also look at, and I will look at it and let you know.
Thank you. What are the demand in Japan for our value-added fruit products?
Yes, I think because because we cannot export fresh fruits, we can then go for value-added product. Then the dried fruits. There is a big market here for dried fruits. The only thing is we have good quality dried fruit, and but the thing is it is very competitive, price competitive compared to the product from other East Asian countries. So if you look for the dried fruit market, and we have the good opportunity here. And also we need to as I mentioned earlier, so that papaya thing, so this one also made out of papaya. This is, you can on the go, you can eat this. So people are very tend to this sort of product. So that is why we need to go for value addition as much as possible. Yeah, there's a huge market for the value-added product.
Thank you. So do you have any idea about the cost for getting certifications and license for these food products?
What is the question? Costco.
Yes. Any idea for get that certificate? Costco get that certificate?
Sorry, you are talking about Costco.
Yes.
The supermarket.
No. This is cost for the certification and license required for exporting goods from Sri Lanka to Japan. What is the general cost? Do you have any idea about that?
Yes, you know, when you get certificate, especially if it is spices or Ceylon tea, when you get certificate, the lab reports, usually it costs about 20,000 a report, as if I'm correct. So, so therefore, I will also check the cost, and maybe later we will be able to communicate with you.
I think we can check it and share with the company.
Yes.
Thank you. So one last question. Can you assist our company to open up web shop in Japan to promote Sri Lankan products? So what kind of facilities we can give our companies to promote their products in Japan, online and offline?
Yes, actually, in our embassy website also we have included the products, all the product that is in the EDB website. So, so if you are listed in EDB, here our website is open for your product also. In addition to that, if you need any other help, any other support to promote your product with the assistance of other associations and other councils here, we can do it. Usually we are doing when we got that inquiry from you, we send through some, you know, we have some trade agencies, they have bulletins, so, and also website listings, so we sent out there. If you send, we can do it, no problem.
Okay. So Mr. Kapila, there's a humble request for you to share your WhatsApp number. So there are many inquiries for your WhatsApp number. So
yes, I will share my WhatsApp number. I still use my Sri Lankan WhatsApp number. So you know, in my WhatsApp there are many, you know, over about 75 exporters are in touch with me in the WhatsApp. However, it is you know, difficult to answer all call, but I will share my WhatsApp number. No problem.
thank you. Thank you all the participants for your questions and comments. And I request all the participants to fill up the evaluation form, which will be appeared on your screen. Then your feedback is very useful for us to develop our programs. So evaluation form will be displayed in short. Now I invite Ms. Malani Baddagamage, Acting Director General EDB, to deliver the concluding remarks. Over to you, Madam.
Yeah, thank you, Apsara. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have concluded a very successful webinar today to make aware the Sri Lankan exporters the demand, opportunities, and procedure to enter the health food market in Japan. I was very happy to note the large number of audience who have shown interest to learn about the health food market in Japan, and I hope this information shared today during the webinar will be useful for you to do your own research and develop the product to enter the Japanese market. I extend my sincere thanks to Sri Lanka Embassy in Japan for collaborating with EDB to do this timely webinar today. And our special thanks goes to Ms. Sesat Tambugala, Charge d'Affaires of the Sri Lanka Embassy, for her guidance and support extended to EDB in organizing this webinar. My sincere thanks goes to, I highly appreciate the presentation done by Mr. Kapila J. Kumara, First Secretary, Commercial, Sri Lanka Embassy in Japan, for your informative and very encouraging presentation, giving all the details to the participants starting from the categorization of products and also the regulations and potential products and future potential products, and all this information, I think will be useful for them to maybe they are having their existing products at the moment with them, and they can use this information to do this into the market with more informative this information shared today. So I thank all the participants from the Sri Lanka side. Today, more than 100 participants I can see, and hope you have understood the delivered things today. But you have to, with my experience, I want to tell you, having product in hand will not sufficient to enter the Japanese market. As Mr. Kapila very correctly said, you have to build a story and share with the product with the customers, appropriate customers in Japan. And you have to have the patience to work with the Japanese customers. They will take time to study about your product, do the required testing, and they will request more and more information about the ingredients, and a lot of testing will be done because this is a consumable thing. So they will work together with you. If they are satisfied that you are very committed to work with them, they will work maybe 1 or 2 years sometimes to introduce the product to the market. So I think what we can do from the embassy and the EDB to do the necessary coordination between the buyer and the producer. So you have to be very active and coordinate with the buyers to introduce your product to the Japanese market. It is not like other markets. They take a lot of time to study about the product. So I think the information you have learned today will be useful to present how to present your product to the Japanese market. And we will like to work with you in future as well, both embassy and EDB, to assist you to develop your product and do the presentation to the buyers in Japan. So with that, I lastly thank my team at EDB for this organizing this timely webinar, and especially for the Director Market Development, Anoma, and the coordinator today, Apsara, for their timely and very informative work they have done today to share this knowledge to the exporters. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your valuable remarks. With that, we have come to the end of our webinar. The recording of the webinar will be available in our EDB website, www.srilankabusiness.com, and our social media within few hours. So you can go through that. Then, if you need further information or any clarification, you can contact us through our emails anytime. And thank you all for joining us today. See you again at another event. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.